Ladies and gentlemen, episode 22
I'm
of the
feeling
Skeptic
22.
and the Dude.
The Skeptic and the Dude podcast.
How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic.
That was a
man.
nice flamboyant start to the show.
It was great.
Really great. I'm feeling 22.
I'm feeling it.
That's a song, isn't it? I know I'm pretty old. It's okay. It's what day is it, Joel? It's
Thirsty Thursday. We got some Woodstock bourbon.
Some good old Woody.
Dude, bourbon's just the shit, man. I
It's
think
the
it's
fucking
just
shit. Yeah, straight out of Kentucky.
out of the retro fridge, mate. Nice and chilled.
That's the best way to have it. Cheers. To your health. To your health.
I've been really getting into Woodstock, tell you that. After I had the
That's right. You drank a
fucking
couple of those on
big
the
boy
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. The other one was a bit stronger. Can't remember what it was. Maybe it just didn't have cola in it.
Yeah.
It was straight.
Yeah,
But,
but how good is that chilled though? Like that's
dude,
in the fridge I've got. That's a lot colder. Yeah, that's great. Because I was thinking, like, I remember Woodstock was the first drink that I got really drunk off and threw up.
Yeah, and that's why you probably haven't had it for a while.
Yeah, well then I was like, yeah, I couldn't stand, because then for some reason out of the blue my dad started drinking it, you know, and then I finally, had a couple of years and I thought, actually, this isn't too bad anymore, you know, and then I tried like one of the bottles that you had, you know, and then I thought, it's actually all right. And then last night I had these, you know, in the fridge upstairs, this new, you know, fucking old 50s style
New,
fridge,
beautiful retro fridge,
and where it's so cold in there. It's good. It's got the freezer inside the actual fridge compartment. We've got them right beside where it chills them, and and they taste great.
Beer fridge,
really
man.
good. Beer fridge.
Oh well, you know it's a good fucking drink when it's got the condensation dripping off it still.
That's
you know,
right. It's still fresh. You know.
You know, it's perfect.
Yeah. So how you been, man?
Yeah, good, man. Just been watching some films. Just been working out.
Will Jim?
Trying to apply for jobs, you know. It's just, it's nuts, man.
Getting any hearing back from anyone?
Nah, man.
Not really? No.
Not getting shit. Because I mean, like, everyone's applying for jobs.
Yeah.
Now as well.
And trying to in any way they can.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the problem. I find like you keep hearing every couple of days, like, oh yeah, when they were saying, oh, Woolies and Coles, they want, you know, thousands of more people, more employees, but then you try and make the application and you're competing against all these people, you know.
Yeah.
So there's so many people that are trying to get jobs at the same time. It's just hard, man. It ain't easy being cheesy.
It ain't easy being cheesy. But yeah, and like, what I found annoying is, because I use Seek now as well, and a lot of the jobs, it's not about like degrees or anything that you need. It's more like experience. And it's like you have to have a year experience in administration or a year experience, and it's like, but how the fuck do I get experience if you're not willing to give me a chance? The only way,
yeah, exactly. You got to take a chance on me. You know?
Some people would argue getting the ticket or like the license or the degree is experience, but that's technically not what they're looking for. You know what I mean? They're looking for the actual hours and the actual work that you've done.
It's different to study something and then to actually put it into practice, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, studying does help, but a lot of jobs that I've found on Seek don't really give a shit. Yeah. They just care that you've got experience.
And it's a similar thing with like cafes. You know, you can do a barista course or whatever you like, but I know a lot of, you know, cafe owners who are like, oh no, we'd rather us teach you how we do things. We got a different kind of setup here, so we'd like to teach you, you know. And then they kind of get sick as people come like, oh yeah, I know how to fucking, you know, make a good cup of coffee, and they, you know.
Yeah. And then they just don't give you a chance, and it's just, you know, it's hard. It's an endless cycle until someone goes, yeah, I'll take you on.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. Yeah.
And then you go, all right, cool. And then they give you fucking $2 an hour, and you're like, oh, this is shit.
Or they take on a trial period and do shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
And they might get rid of you anyway, and you're like, oh, cool, and I made nothing out of it. Yeah.
It's just nuts, man.
Yeah, it's it.
What have you been up to?
Yeah, mostly just working out, watching films, just trying to, you know, keep the mind active. You know, been looking at a few job plays, but like you said, once Centrelink came in, that's when they kind of get you to start looking for players. So I'd say once that comes in, then I'll properly apply, because I'd hate to have, you know, apply for a bunch of places and they say, okay, now you got to get a certain amount each month. If I can kind of wait it just a little bit until something like that
I actually
comes up, but
asked, and I think they said you can use ones that you've been using.
from previous. Oh, okay.
Well, not from previous ones that you used for Centrelink, but
yeah.
technically you've applied for them. So the ones I've been applying for, I can document
They
it.
can,
And then
okay.
technically it can count for when it kicks in for 4 a month, I think it is. Or maybe it's 4 every 2 weeks.
Yeah, right.
You know. But where do you go?
Exactly, man.
What movies you been watching? You mentioned movies.
Nothing good.
No?
I took a chance on a film last night called Whiteout. It was made in about 2007 or 2009 or something. And because I was like going through my list on Netflix, and I thought, okay, yeah, because I've got a lot on my list that I haven't watched, and I found it, and I thought, oh, this looks like a little gem. I only put it on there because Kate Beckinsale's, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. It was some kind of action type of film set in Antarctica, and I watched it, and it's just fucking terrible, you know, just cliche and just and there was nothing, there's zero redeeming, qualities to it, and Beckinsale just carried the whole film, and then there's other thing. There was this guy in it who ended up being one of the bad guys. Oh, spoiler alert! And he's the only Australian in the film, and look, the Australian accent is fine, but sometimes it just feels so out of place sometimes, and especially being an Australian actor in a film and you got to play an Australian, you tend to exaggerate the Ocker accent even more. So there's this. It wasn't like quite, wouldn't say quite bogan, but he's very much like, oh yeah, bit as gone, bit fuck on, and it just sounded stupid, and it just was so out of place. But then what's funny is whenever they do get, particularly like South African actors or New Zealand or Australian, they tend to make them the computer guy. Yeah. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like that game Half-Life. The computer whiz is he Australian or New Zealand? Who knows? But they kind of put them in those roles. They think their voice kind of suits a techie kind of thing. But yeah, it just felt so, just awkward. Like didn't belong. You know? But anyway, so I kind of regret watching that. I just, took a chance, but oh well, that should happen.
Well, sometimes you take a chance,
That's right.
But it's hard when you see a really shit movie because then it makes you not want to watch a movie again.
That's it. I mean, like, shit, I'm not going to trust my judgment again,
Yeah, you go,
yeah.
Fuck, because like I was asking you about The Gentleman. I wasn't sure if I should watch it or not. I didn't watch it yet.
Didn't watch it yet?
From what you said, I was like...
I wouldn't, like, completely then turn you off. Like it's it's a bit of fun, but yeah, on the same token, it felt just really cheap.
Yeah.
And like, I went and saw it with a friend, and as the credits were rolling, he turned to me and said, what do you think? And he goes, oh yeah, it seemed like a shit version of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm like, yeah, because then I thought about it. Like, all these directors, who we love, so Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, Jim Jarmusch, and then Guy Ritchie, who, arguably kind of Tarantino kind of rip-off, more kind of the British kind of that, and I saw it as like, because those four directors, came out with each of their films last year. So Tarantino's Once Upon a Time, which was great, flaws here and there, but it was good. And then Jim Jarmusch made a fucking absolute wreck of a film. What was it? The Dead Don't Die, which was fucking just totally terrible, And then Scorsese released The Irishman, which in my opinion, best film of the 2010s. It was
I've been meaning to watch that, but I just haven't had the... You know when you know it's a really long movie and you think about it just before you click on it, you're like, oh, am I ready to sit here for it, that kind of thing? So,
So definitely, you got to be, right to watch that, because it's a long fucking movie, 3.5 hours, And that was great. Loved the shit out of that. And then we came to The Gentleman.
Yeah.
The thing with The Gentleman is it takes, so you've seen Snatch and Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Now it's kind of what Once Upon a Time in Hollywood did and like Kill Bill did, where they kind of take the roots of that director, like what makes them, and they just they explode it with that. They just exaggerate it with all this kind of stuff. It's like when you got like a director and they've got their film that is. It's, the most Tarantino film would arguably be Kill Bill, because everything that he does in this one film. But then, but with Gentleman, it tries to combine, like, those kind of salient techniques and then also, I guess, kind of add a modern kind of twist to it as well, because, of course, hip-hop's, was a thing that became a bit bigger and with R&B and modern kind of stuff. And they're trying to, make it a modern kind of tale, but still they got all the characters, which it was kind of cool, because everyone had their own style, kind of wearing these 70s kind of leather jackets. But at the same time, it was like, it felt like as if it was someone who was trying to make a Guy Ritchie film, kind of like, you know, like a person inspired by him to try, because it just felt so, just all over the place, and just tried so hard to be cool, and it just you know, just didn't work. It had some, you know, some good bits in it, but yeah, it was nothing like what Snatch and, you know, his earlier work were, but you know, that's it. What about yourself? Said you watched some movies?
Yeah, I've actually been watching some movies. I'm starting to go on that, like, you know when you get onto like the hype of like movies and you start watching the shit out of all the movies?
Yeah.
I guess I'm doing that because I finished, you know, watching BoJack Horseman, so I don't have a TV series to binge. So I've just been kind of like movie, like trying to watch all these good movies and stuff. And I watched The Orient Express, The Murder on the Orient Express. Pretty sure that's what it was. Have you seen it?
Yeah. That's the one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
that
and
remake,
it's got Daisy
remake
Ridley
of a remake, yeah,
and stuff. Yeah,
that's right, Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
Was that any good?
Yeah, it was alright. It did have the end spoiled for me, which sucked. I think it was spoiled for you as well.
Yeah.
You know? But pardon me. But it was actually it was alright. I reckon it could have been better if it was kind of like more. I don't know what, not drawn out, but if it wasn't so. There's a thing I'm thinking of a thing. I just can't.
Maybe it was a little too straight. Didn't quite give it enough mystery and enough ambiguity.
Not enough
yeah.
And since I knew the ending as well, that kind of fucking
ruined it a little bit.
Yeah, but it wasn't like you know how Hot Fuzz kind of like has a really good like twist.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice. It's very, and they set it up pretty well with the mystery and everything.
Yeah.
With this movie, it kind of feels like, you know, they're on a train and then it's kind of like not much happens other than the big event.
Because what do you say? Only one person gets murdered, and then the whole thing is them who done it.
Yeah. And then he's basically looking at motives, and he's going back and forth, and it's kind of like it's a little bit tense.
Yeah.
But not really. And then it's like, okay, and he's trying to figure out what's going on, and he's just asking people shit, and people fucking lying and all that shit. And then it's kind of like, all right, I don't know, but it's Knives Out did a really good job of that movie. It kind of felt like it could have been like how Knives Out was.
Yeah, okay. That was made the same year, wasn't it? Or was it a year later or something?
A little bit later.
Yeah, okay.
I think it came out last year. Knives Out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one. That actually has like nice, you know,
better layers of mystery and that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was better. It had a bit more fun.
See, I just thought when I saw that, I never saw Orient Express, not even the original ones or read the book. Because the thing that really turned me off was the fact that it was something that's already been made so many times. It's like, how can they make this interesting again? It's the same story, you know.
Yeah.
And I get if they're trying to bring in a new audience to this wonderful classic, you know. But at the same time, excuse me, Woody's getting to you. But when they had the trailer, I was looking at it and I just thought none of these characters look interesting.
Yeah.
Like did it feel like they were just...
Johnny Depp's character was pretty interesting. I'd say they should have. You know, he was
him and
I don't
Daisy
want to
Ridley
spoil
the
it
only
too much,
ones
but
that you really
Daisy
knew.
Ridley was pretty interesting as well, and Johnny Depp was pretty like good as well. And then there was another couple of actors that were like, oh yeah, but
overall just kind of
There was one thing that annoyed me through the whole movie. The motherfucker's mustache, man. I don't know if it was meant to be like that, but he's got like a mustache, and then he's got like another mustache underneath the mustache. So it's like two. So he's got like a nice wax mustache curl thing here, and then he's got another lot here.
It's like, hey, Formo.
And I'm like, what the fuck? But in some scenes, it looks like it's just a bushy mustache. I'm like, okay, that works. But then in some scenes, you see whoop, and you see whoop, and it's like, what? Like, if you can, find a picture of it. It's just, it was tripping me out the whole movie, and I was like, I didn't like it at all. That didn't affect my opinion on the movie, but it annoyed me so much. Like when I saw his fucking mustache. Hang on, maybe go images. Just there, yeah.
Oh yeah, this dude.
Yeah, him, but his mustache looks alright in that picture. Yeah, see, look, it looks fine there, but there's another layer like underneath it. So see, it looks nice and bushy here. Now I saw a picture before. Click on that one and see if you can enhance on that.
Yeah, that one?
He just need it on his side. Zoom up. There you go.
Oh,
See, it's there, and he's got another one that goes under like that.
Right.
But when you see the movie, it looks...
and then it comes out a bit lower.
Yeah, see, it's
well.
like like a wave on the way down.
That's a ridiculous mustache.
But in the movie, it's worse. It's worse than that because that's just the pictures, you know. But in the movie, it looks insane. But
yeah, okay.
yeah, but overall, it was all right.
Not too bad.
It was all right, you know. Yeah. But I watched I started watching La La Land after that.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to watch it. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I started watching it. And then I kind of realised I didn't want to watch it just yet because I wasn't in the mood for a musical. Because like, as soon as it started, it just had everyone, you know, sitting there playing, you know, like, oh yeah, this looks cool. And then a musical number starts, they all get out of the car, start dancing, and I was like, oh fuck, you know what, I'm not ready for a musical. Okay. I can't be fucked with this right now, so then I just turned it off and just decided to
I think...
Because I don't want to watch, like, I'm not in the mood for a musical, like big numbers, and they just, and then they go back into their car and they just,
and then drive
nothing happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know if I can handle this right now.
I can't handle Grease. Okay. I saw that when it came out. My memory might... I can't quite remember it all, but I do recall that opening scene.
Yeah.
And that was the thing my media teacher said. She goes, oh yeah, it's starting all these people getting out of the cars. I'm thinking, yeah, but that's what a musical is, isn't it?
Yeah. And I was like...
but when I saw it, though, I'm pretty sure that's one of the only scenes where that happens. It's a strange kind of film. It kind of bounces in and out of musical.
Ah, okay.
Like, that happens at the start.
Mm.
And I do recall Emma Stone walking around a cafe or whatever and people are dancing with her and stuff. Yeah. But it's very small. It's a lot of it is just her and Gosling singing together, and there's all these magical kind of dreamy night kind of things. But yeah, I'd say give it a chance. But yeah. I know.
I was gonna watch it.
To rewatch
I just wasn't ready for a musical, like a Chicago kind of like song every 2 seconds. I was like, oh fuck, I can't even. You know what I mean? Like,
no, there's a pretty interesting story behind it. Yeah, it is an all musical. It's just, but it just because I think at the heart of it, that's what it's trying to be. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you seen First Man?
No.
Because he made that film, the following year, and that's fucking great. You know, and it was sad how it pretty much bombed at the box. I remember I went and saw it, and but it was really good, and the same with like I haven't watched Whiplash yet, but I've heard that's. Have you seen?
Oh,
Whiplash?
you haven't seen Whiplash?
No, I haven't seen.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's
so, like,
different, but it's good.
Because I see like what he did was he made that film, and for as his debut for him, and now let's do a film for Hollywood. That he's come out with La La Land, and then kind of gone back. Oh, let's do First Man. That's a more interesting project. But what's interesting about First Man is So you think it's about the Neil Armstrong landing on the moon.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting about it is seeing it was incredible, the visuals and everything. Cinematography was great, and and I was always thinking, like, when they make these space films, you imagine behind the scenes, they're just on a green screen, motion capture, that kind of shit. They're looking at, oh wow, look at all this space, and then just looking at a green screen.
Yeah.
The way they did this film, they actually filmed Gosling inside, his kind of like makeshift kind of like little shuttle, and they actually filmed it with a projector back screen projecting the moon and space and everything and the sky and everything. So they didn't use any green screen in the film. It was all just them filming the camera and having this crazy virtual type of background projection of the moon and everything and the space and everything, and curving it as well to make it look like a proper curvature of everything. And wow. It was incredible to see. You thought, wow, I could, you'd think, oh shit, it did make you feel like you're actually there. It was almost.
I guess
like
that would help the actors so much.
Yeah, exactly.
They
don't have
to
these fucking
dots and shit and being like, oh, look at that, it's fucking Rocket Raccoon.
So that purple dot there, that's Thanos. Sonic. That's exactly.
That's Thanos. He's just fucking some head on a stick thing. He's about to click his fingers. You got to all freak out. But if you actually get to see it, you're like, holy shit. Experience these things. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, no, that was really interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, like, I started watching a lot. Well, if that's the case, I'll have to watch it tonight then. But I started watching it, and the big musical number, all fucking hands out, singing the song. That's not how it went, guys.
Yeah.
But And then I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not ready. So I switched it off and I was like, oh, what do I feel like? And I saw The Dirt and I was like, oh, I'll watch that.
the Motley Crue
The Motley Crue one.
What'd you think of that?
It was good.
Yeah.
See, look, I'm not the biggest fan of Motley Crue. Like, I've never gotten into them. Like, they're a band I should totally love. You know what I mean? Because I'm into that shit. I love metal. I love glam metal and fucking rock and all that stuff. It's a band I should be in love with, but for some reason I just never got into it. I can't find myself getting into it. I don't know why, but it's just
I get what you mean.
That way.
It's like some bands like that. Like you see, I'm not a massive fan of glamour rock in general, but then there's sometimes there's like, they have a few songs that are good, but then you don't really get they kind of just blend in to be kind of, and then so they stand out. They do outrageous things, you know, like. I mean, I didn't watch all of The Dirt, but like...
It was pretty mental. Yeah. With the stuff they were doing. Drugs, sex, nuts.
Throwing
Ozzy Osbourne
was
in that.
And shit.
Yeah, dude, yeah. But the one thing I had a problem with, like, I don't know if it's the way the film was made, but I kind of didn't give a shit about the characters.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of... Or maybe because I'm not a big fan of Motley Crue, but... I was watching it, but like it didn't make me feel anything. The only time I felt something was maybe at the start when the kid was getting like abused by his mum and dad and shit, and I felt for him and I was like, oh, that's sad. And then there was another part where the lead singer's daughter was like, I think passed away from cancer or something. I felt really sad for that. Yeah. But everything else in between, I just kind of like,
whatever. Couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, fucking dude overdosed on heroin. Yeah. I should be sad about that, but I was kind of like, he's kind of being a cockhead.
When they try and glorify the rock and roll lifestyle, then it just kind of becomes disinteresting. You're like, I couldn't really, because then you go, whatever, it's like, okay, they're doing dumb shit.
They're having sex every 2 seconds. They're cheating on each other's girlfriends.
Exactly. It's
they're breaking hotels and stuff. I get that they're mental.
It seems like it's trying to... kind of like recreate, because it's meant to be a comedy, I guess. It's like kind of like a biopic type thing. But it was like it kind of made me think of like this is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Although that was like a mockumentary, but it felt like it was just trying to be like that, But yeah.
Yeah, and Ozzy Osbourne's scene was funny, but it was also really gross. I was like, oh, Jesus. Because, like, I heard about the story of him snorting ants.
Okay.
I was like, but then it shows that scene in the thing, so I was like, oh, okay, so that's probably how that became that story happened. But
how it transpired,
Yeah. The actors were good. They were really good. Like, they captured the real-life personas and stuff.
That Australian actor, the one who played... Who's the blonde dude? The
fucking... I just watched the movie.
Yeah.
I can't believe his name.
But the guy who played him...
Vince.
Well, the dude who played him, Australian actor, he played Lee Harvey Oswald in that... in that 11/22/63 show. With James Franco and he was really great. And even his Russian wife in it. She's also an Australian actress. I thought that's amazing. They got all these Australian actors that they had putting in the show.
They had Machine Gun Kelly playing Tommy Lee, the drummer. He was fucking good. He was good. I was really surprised. Yeah. I was like, shit, I think I've seen Machine Gun Kelly in another film. Maybe it was fucking...
Nerve? Did you ever watch Nerve?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. He was in that.
Yeah. There's another film. Fucking, what's it called? The one where they're all blindfolded. Fucking... Lady, actress. They're all blindfolded and there's some fucking shit going on. It's a horror... Bird Box.
Was he in that?
Yeah. Okay. He was like... He was banging some chick, dude. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was in Bird Box, I swear. But, yeah, but he was like a small role kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was really good for this role. Like, I almost didn't recognize him, but I was
like, well, when I saw it, I was like, hang on, who's this young actor? Like, that motherfucker? Like, I guess it gets kind of, I don't know, I feel like Machine Gun Kelly, he kind of comes across as like a tough kind of mean kind of dude, he's a rapper, but here he felt exactly like Tommy Lee. There's this,
Did Machine Gun Kelly have all his tattoos then, or was he clean? Like he didn't have any tattoos at that time, because he's got some tats, dude. He's covered, but in the film, it was all clear. I don't know if they covered it up, but then they gave him new tattoos.
Yeah, okay.
For Tommy Lee's character, but
it's interesting.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
But Pete Davidson was in it as well.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he plays the record label guy.
Okay.
And he comes in, he's like, hey guys, what's going on? He sits down and the lady comes and grabs his pants and goes, whoa! He's like, whoa, what's going on here, man? And they're like, hey, nobody declines a blowjob. I don't think we should, hire this guy. But, yeah. I can't get too much into that movie because it's very TOS. It's rated
very
R18 plus, guys. So I can't.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, well,
I took no notice.
When you watch, when you fully watch it, you'll understand because, it's not just the drugs, but it's just the constant sex
all the other
happening.
Shit.
There's a lot of sex happening in it, and Ozzy Osbourne's scene really makes me go, yeah, because I think that really pushes it past the thing. And dude, Tommy Lee had this crazy ass girlfriends at the time. Like that, there's a scene where he's on the bus. And his girlfriend was like calling his mum the C word, man.
Yeah, okay.
And he's like, don't call my mum that. And she says it again. He goes, don't do that. And then she stabs him in the back with this pen.
Oh, shit.
It's like because he's asking for a pen. She goes, and he's like, shit. And he stands up. And then she says it again. And he just pops her in the face. And I was like, shit. I don't know if that actually happened. But I was like, damn, son.
Crazy lifestyles.
Crazy ass girl there, man. Jeez Louise. And he was nuts too. And I was like, oh my God. But, a lot of it was just, mayhem. I would have preferred the film, maybe if it showed a bit more of those, starting up gigs. Because it kind of just showed the first gig, and then they all fight each other, and then everyone's like, Motley Crue! And
it seemed like the point of the film was just to show the rock and roll lifestyle, all about the sex, drugs, and that was really the focus of, just to show how wild.
I guess, yeah. But I was kind of like, I wish it showed the more struggles of playing at the pubs, being small.
Yeah.
Because
well, because that's the thing. It's more for people who are up and coming. You know, with that.
Yeah, it's good. I was checking and I was like,
yeah. But yeah, exactly. It's
But yeah. But that's what I've watched so far, and as I said before, I finished BoJack.
Nice.
But yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other week, I was gonna mention this on our special, but I forgot to. Yeah. I'll mention it now. That whole the little Joe Rogan thing
with the Spotify.
Yeah. Do you know much about that deal?
I know a little bit. He's said something like he's exclusively going to Spotify or something like that for a nice chunk of cash.
Yeah, well, they're saying the deal is $100,000, but when you look at how much his podcast is worth and how much he makes a year with it, it's a lot. It's a little more than that.
It's a bit more, yeah.
And but yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Joe Rogan, arguably the biggest podcast, one of the biggest out there in the world, and now he's moving to Spotify as a result. Because looking into it, he's because like a lot of creators, he's just sick of constantly being demonetized on YouTube. So it's kind of like a wake up call to YouTube to really look after their creators.
Yeah.
The content creators, because he couldn't. Depending on, he'd have certain guests on. He'd have Alex Jones on. He'd have Elon Musk. As soon as the video was uploaded, it'd be demonetized completely. And then even and because of course they drink and they smoke and they get high and they fuck around and they have fun and even just bring up certain topics, certain conspiracies. Okay, yeah, we can't. Because the problem is, with YouTube in particular, that's something that's, it's a platform where the YouTube company pays to have content creators on, whereas Spotify, by having them on there, because it's a paid platform, it's a paid set that you got to pay to use. And so anyway, because Spotify is, so exclusively to Spotify now. The podcast will only be as of September 1st, I think it is.
So no YouTube?
No. Well, the clips will be on YouTube.
Okay.
The clips that they made, the JRE clips, they'll be on there. But the full episodes, they're also including the videos, they'll be on Spotify too. Which, because you think about it, Spotify doesn't have a video platform yet.
It kind of does.
With ads and stuff.
No. So they're slowly implementing
music videos and stuff. Okay, yeah.
At the moment, all I've seen is they've just got little short 3 seconds that loops
Yeah,
they've
right.
got something like maybe the person's dancing.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And then it'll flick.
Yeah.
And it'll flick back and then.
So I really think that Spotify, the biggest music company in the world, that for streaming, and now the biggest podcast is clashing with that. It's really going to revolutionise the podcasting world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how much that's going to because because exclusively to Spotify, that means YouTube loses it.
Yeah.
All the other podcasts, the iTunes, everything loses it.
Yeah.
And and it's amazing that they're going to develop this platform where it can all exist on this one thing. So that'll be really interesting to see, and also as a wake up call to YouTube. But
YouTube hasn't handled that shit in so long,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's just there's so many people have had problems with them, and
they find any reason to
Yeah.
demonetize. I mean, I think quite lucky some of our stuff hasn't been demonetized. For drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
And and so I can understand. Because I think Rogan himself is just sick and tired of that. Because at least whereas on Spotify, it's more creative freedom, and Spotify has the balls to have someone like that.
It's a good
outlet,
platform. It's easy to navigate as well, and it's just a whole of Spotify. We're not sponsored, by the way, guys, but Spotify is fucking fantastic. It's just so good. Especially with just with music. You got the whole. I have the premium Spotify, so you can save them for offline usage as well. And it's just has everything there, and all the podcasting stuff there, and everything.
And it's an easy thing to use. Because I pay money for Apple Music at the moment, and that's because I think I went with that because there were certain songs I couldn't find on Spotify.
Yeah. But
this was a few years ago, so Spotify may have changed. But because that's the other thing. Because now, I don't know if Rogan's down there, does that mean now we'd have to pay to listen, or it'd just be
to who?
To Rogan on?
Not for me, man.
Do you think because do you pay for Spotify?
Yeah, I've got premium. I pay about monthly, but you don't have to pay for anything else.
No, because what I found
free to listen.
Okay, yeah, because what I found was because I never paid money for it, but I had it free on my phone, and you could only ever shuffle play.
And you had limited skips, and
that's
you had
right,
ads every 2 seconds.
But I was allowed to do whatever I wanted on my iPad or the computer.
Yeah,
and that amazed me. I thought, fine, I'll just use that for now. But I haven't used Spotify since for about 3 years now. Since I moved to Apple Music, but now that Rogan's on there, I might have to now because of and to see to see videos as well. That's amazing how Spotify, a music listening platform, can now become a video platform as well. That's what I find really interesting about it.
Yeah, actually, I think they do have videos stuff on now because the 1975 that band.
Yeah.
Not that much of a fan of them myself, but I was checking out the new album. And they've got short not docos, but they put short behind the scenes thing, and it actually gives you an option to click on it to watch it.
Yeah, that's the same on Apple Music on iTunes.
Ah, okay.
I remember particularly when I was listening to Beatles' Revolver album a couple months ago, and all the way through, and then at the end, I was like, a video comes on a video, and it was behind the scenes.
You click on it,
the main track.
It
was really interesting. But
so it might work like that. So you can choose to either just listen to it or click on it, and it comes up with a video for it.
Yeah, but that's so weird though, because now that's now podcasts, there's a video option for that now. And maybe we could see ourselves on there. We might. We're not giving it up on YouTube yet, but
gotta get
a little bit bigger. But
got the whole thing going on.
Yeah, that's right. And this will be a great way to see just how well it does. Because with someone like Rogan, who's already so fucking big, and he, and I think he's very wise with it. He stayed very true to what he's making. Hasn't, he completely, he owns it completely.
Yeah.
And so when he's in Spotify, he's fine to do whatever he wants because it's all up to him. It's his money at the end of the day, and it's his He's got a lot more creative freedom to do whatever, and not gonna be demonetized or have things removed.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So how do you think the whole investigation is going?
The great dislike segment. I'll play some music. Get us into
into the funky mood.
Into the mood of the like-dislike investigation. Now, an update, last episode. Lani, what did she tell us? She said that
it could be us.
Could be one of us. Well, that'd be kind of silly, wouldn't you think, Joel? Was it me? Was it you?
It wasn't me, man. I wouldn't be bringing it up to you if it wasn't me.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I was just trying to add some tension. No.
You're trying to bring it up. You're saying you think it might be me that's behind it?
It could be.
Could be. How do I know I can trust you, though? You know?
Show you my phone.
Show me your phone?
Yeah.
What's that going to prove? It's where you can say, oh yeah, I clicked this like and then I took the like off, and then I pressed 3 likes and I got them all off.
Yeah. No, it's not me though. I know it's not you because we call each other and we're both like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like we're both just like, what's going on? So that's why it would be funny if it was one of us, but it's not.
But it's not.
It's definitely
not. It's definitely not.
Because we also made this segment to find out who
exactly.
it was. So why would we?
Exactly. Why would we spend all that time making a segment that's about why would we make a segment that's about trying to get to the bottom of something if one of us was behind it? That'd be silly. I mean, it's an excuse for a segment.
It'd be genius. No,
but we're not that smart. No, we're not that smart. So
that's the problem.
But then Billy, what did he say?
It wasn't him because he uses the TV.
That's right. And
Lani checked, so it wasn't Lani as well.
Wasn't Lani as well? No.
And those are the only people we've investigated.
That's
so
right.
far.
So Joel and
over video call.
Phone call.
Yeah.
And what do you mean?
No, I was meaning Billy and Lani are the only people.
Sorry. Yeah. No, sorry, I thought you were talking about what we were about to say.
Yeah, you just said it.
And then you said video call. What?
Nice. No. Lani and Billy are the only person who's interrogated over video call, which is Zoom.
That's right. But over phone call, Joel and I, in the last couple of days, we've been interrogating some of our contacts.
People.
Innocent people. Depending, could be one of them.
Yeah,
anyway, this is that. All right, this is my turn. These are the people who I'm going to call.
Hello?
Hi, how's it going, man who works at the dumpling bar down my street?
I'm doing very good.
That's good to hear, man. Just quickly, you remember me? Brandon from the podcast? The Skeptic and the Dude?
Skeptic and who?
Oh, fuck. Alright, must have been a wrong number. Alright, I'll try someone else.
Yeah, get that, mate.
Hey, Jim, is that you?
Oh, yeah, this is Jim, mate.
How you doing, man? How's the mowing business going?
Yeah, good, mate. Just a couple of beers, a couple of VBs, mate.
Yeah, that's it, man. What do they say? It's beer o'clock somewhere in the world.
It's fucking beer clock back at all time, mate. That's what it is, VB.
That's good, Jim. Anyway,
mate, so you go to Jim's Lawns, mate.
Yeah.
You calling up for a job, mate? You want to fucking work at the Lawns, mate? Get in a couple of beers?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You
want a job, mate?
No. I was just calling. You've been listening to my podcast for a while. I think you do. Anyway.
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah. Your podcast. What's that called again? The Skeptic and the Kid.
The Dude.
The Dude.
No, sorry. The podcast isn't called The Dude. It's called The Skeptic and the Dude. You know.
Who's the Skeptic and who's the Dude?
Never mind. Anyway, I'm just asking about. We've got a segment on. You've probably been listening about the like-dislike investigation.
Oh yeah.
I'll just
do it in the car.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts on that? Do you have any theories of your own? Or did you potentially? Are you the one who gave us that dislike?
Are you accusing me of disliking your video?
Oh no, Jim. Of course not. No,
I'm a fan of your podcast, and if you're gonna say this fucking shit, mate, I'm gonna fucking tear your fucking head off with a dog.
Oh shit! All right. That's getting a little out of hand. All right, I'll try. Might try one more. This guy usually answers me.
Hello.
Hi, Catherine. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. You been watching the podcast lately?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've got this segment, you probably know, the like-dislike investigation, and...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just wondering your thoughts on that, if you have any clues as to who who might be behind it, or unless maybe it was you accidentally, or what are your thoughts on that?
I've checked, but it wasn't actually me. I'm not exactly sure who could have done it. Like, it could have been, I don't know, it could have been anyone. Like, it could have been that Billy fella. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, Billy's a strange cat.
Who could have possibly done it?
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Catherine.
Okay, so we're going to call our first person here. Alright, let's get this going. Got it on speaker. Oh, here we go. Alright. Calling up.
Oh. Yeah, g'day, it's Bill.
Oh, how's it going, Bill? How you doing today?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yourself? I'm sorry, who's this?
Yeah, this is Joel from the Skeptic and the Dude podcast. How you doing? Yeah.
Oh, the Skeptic and the Dude podcast. Oh, yeah. My wife and I, we listened to that a little bit. So,
yeah.
Not a bad show. I wouldn't say it's really that good. I mean, I like Brendan. Brendan's pretty good. Joel's not really that funny, but you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, anyway, we're calling you up to, continue with our little investigation of like and dislike. Are you aware of that?
Oh, fuck.
What? I don't know what was going on with that guy. He just said, oh, fuck. Alright, we've got another person here we're going to call. Alright, we'll get it up. I don't know what the hell went wrong with that guy. That was weird.
Hey, Joel, how are you today, my friend?
Hey, how's it going, Otto?
Would you like to go bowling?
No thanks. But I gotta.
Oh, come on, man. Let's go bowling. It'd be good fun. Let's go make some strikes and talk to some girlies.
No, sorry, Otto, but I'm just calling for investigation. We've got an investigation for our podcast.
In investigation? What does that mean?
We're trying to find something out.
Oh, a murder mystery?
Yeah, kinda.
So rip you off, I'll fucking cut that motherfucker.
Oh, alright, hang on, let me just... Okay, we're gonna have to stop that call. He's getting a little bit TOS there, so... Okay, let's get this going. Hopefully they'll have the answers for us. Hopefully this is...
Oh my god, this is Joel?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Joel from the podcast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm just sorry, I used to call you up all the time and you wouldn't answer, so I just saved your number, then, made you as a contact. Oh my god, how are you?
Nope. Okay, so we've got one last caller. We've decided to call. And I just put it on speaker. His name's Joseph, I'm pretty sure. We'll see how it goes. Alright.
Yeah, what is going on, bitch?
Hey, how's it going, Joseph? Is it Joseph?
Yeah, Joseph, what's going on, Joel? I really like your podcast, man. You're really funny boys.
Thanks, man. We're just calling you. Well, I'm calling you to just ask you about that investigation. You know, the dislike investigation.
Oh yes, the great dislike investigation. I've been watching that Stoots every day. It's fucking lit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get down to the bottom of it, yeah?
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, so you want some help from me? I'd be happy to be a sleuth for you.
Yeah. Well, I was calling you to ask if maybe you might have accidentally disliked it, or you're just playing some tricks with us. Classic games, classic Joseph things. Just dicking around, just joking us. Do you reckon that would have been you? You reckon you're yanking our chain just to?
Yes, it is, dude.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's get one thing straight. What exactly are you accusing me of? What, you think it was me that did it?
I'm not accusing you. I'm just.
You fucking racist dog.
No. What I'm trying to.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No. What I'm trying to. What I'm.
Stooge, I know so many boys in Bankstown who fucking beat your ass. I know we're in a different state, but we'll fucking get you, you dog.
No. I'm just asking. If.
Oh, maybe I accidentally.
If you accidentally did it,
No, it wasn't me. I checked. But,
you checked? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
I'm sure, man.
Do you have any idea of who could have?
Theories? Well, I don't know, bro. But maybe it was, I don't know, maybe some fat bitch like what you were talking about, certain things. Or maybe it was,
okay.
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna have to.
You have to check it for yourself.
Okay, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to cut you off there, Joseph. Good speaking to you, man.
Yeah, no worries, Joel. Good luck with the podcast, though. And hey, man, I'll back you up 100% in the investigation. Just don't accuse me again, you motherfucker. Alright, peace out.
Alright, well that concludes my half of this investigation.
And we're back. So, that certainly didn't sound sketchy at all. Like they were, like it was us trying to impersonate other people. Yeah.
Jim,
Christ, man.
Jim got a bit
violent.
Got a bit violent,
you know. And Joseph,
yeah,
man, you better watch your back, Joel.
When I was
Good thing he's in Bankstown. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I didn't even say anything bad. He just started saying it was racist. And I was like, I didn't say anything. It's just
pulled out the racist card, man.
Yeah, man. He just started going ham, but then he was on my side again, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah, that's right."
And he started saying some TOS stuff that I needed to like try and wrap up real quick before he got too
that down.
detailed.
But yeah, but so anyway, guys, that's the segment. You know, send us through. Mate, it's alright. They're both empty though, aren't they? Thank fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my gentlemen. Oh, there's a bit left in there. Mate. Woo! Fuck. Good woody.
That would have
been great. Imagine they were both full.
Yeah,
like, you knocked
one
mine,
fucking went
yours.
everywhere, and then this one went fucking everywhere,
man.
and it just would have been an absolute disaster.
Would have made great content.
Yeah, but not for us, man. We'd be fucking
sad,
boys.
Anyway, man. Oh, did you see that the Kyle and Jackie O were on 60 Minutes the other night?
No.
Back on Sunday night, I think it was, or Monday. So,
I didn't see that.
Kyle and Jackie O, you know, they do a great radio show. And I think recently, because Kyle had been doing it in LA, like from LA, you know, so I think also because he didn't have to wake up as early to get over and do it. And they do it, every single day. So really great podcast, radio. Radio show. And And yeah, I'll get you to react to this. This was
on the Orient Express.
No, not that. So it's been dubbed the most outrageous interview ever.
Really?
Now, because Kyle Sandilands, he's known for saying some sort of outlandish kind of stuff that kind of makes him a little bit controversial sometimes. He kind of. But I think it's fucking hilarious, some of the shit he says, because he's, at the end of the day, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
That he, as a radio presenter, and not,
everything should be taken at face value.
That's right.
It's a comedian.
Exactly.
Jokes.
But then I saw this. So, we'll get your thoughts on this.
Ed.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we are ready indeed.
It might seem unusual, but Kyle's obsession with his health, or lack of it, has become a regular topic of chatter on the show. He and Jackie O, though, are just not sure, after 20 successful years together, whether they should be laughing or crying about it. Anything else that you do want to say to each other about 20 years, or...?
No.
Okay. I was gonna roll into a nice big thing.
On.
I just wanted you to know that, like, how much, if I died tomorrow, I'd just let you know that, I love you, and it's been wonderful.
Thanks.
Aw.
You too.
You too.
He's crying.
Oh.
Why?
Well, there's a condition that I've been diagnosed with that I haven't spoken to anyone about.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I genuinely...
Oh, don't start crying.
You had me so... You so...
No, that is emotionally mean.
Yeah.
That was really cruel.
He sold that shit,
Asshole.
man.
Oh my God. How do we know that what he says is real?
No! Now I'm starting to question everything.
Everything.
Okay, tissues, makeup.
You are messed up.
I know.
Oh my God.
This is what I've had to work with for 20 years, Carl. No wonder I've aged. I still feel like afterwards he's going to go to
No! But,
Yeah, can you believe that? So Kyle Sandilands, mate, so like he said, just kind of shit that makes you think, oh no, someone stop him. But I remember seeing this and I was thinking, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Because they kept teasing it in the ads and like, oh, about his health or whatever. And I was saying that and I was sitting there, I was thinking, oh fuck. And yeet, fucking just joking.
Yeah. The crying, I can't cry on command. That was
really
good.
That was incredible.
That was really good. He went all red and he just started crying.
Fucking hell, man. So he's just told us,
shit,
a straight up lie, plays it off so well.
Yeah.
And just
I feel I understand why she's crying, because she would have felt like...
Yeah.
She would have been like, oh my god, I just made a joke out of something a second ago, because I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then he had this whole meaningful speech for me.
What were you thinking when you started tearing up?
I said that, I thought myself like, oh,
you think for a second, like, yeah.
I was like,
something really serious is going on. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just joking.
I was like, oh man, that's not good though. You can't. Well, that's you can.
I've been trying to work out if that's a a really shitty thing he did, or is that just, you know?
Okay, the thing is with that though, if he does it too much or he does that shit, it'll become the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. So if he actually does end up having health issues and he does it, people aren't going to believe him if he keeps doing that. Because
they're going to think, oh it's just another joke.
Yeah, and then he could actually be genuinely crying, and then they'll be like, no, he's full of shit. Yeah, because he can cry on command. But you know, it's funny, but dude, you gotta be cautious on on some stuff, because you know people might just think you're bullshitting.
Yeah,
and, you know, and then
100%. You know, I just can't believe he said that. You know, because as I was watching this, and I can understand like. The interview, like the whole, it was a pretty, I'll be honest, it was a pretty depressing kind of, you know, the way it was playing, everything about how controversial, where I'm like, oh, who gives a shit, whatever. And then this happened, and I thought, oh, fuck. All right, Kyle, you know. But when I was looking this up, I found this, and this was, I think, the day after, and this is them actually, like, talking about that, so...
Okay. There's no copyright music?
I hope not, we'll find out.
Okay, so let's talk about the joke you played. And look, they promoted that quite heavily.
I didn't think that they would promote that as if I was going to die. Well, there's a condition that I've been diagnosed with and I haven't spoken to anyone about. The honest truth as to why I was so able to cry, like all that breakdown stuff, so easy, was because inside I'm very sad. I'm not joking. Like that inside... inside my person, I'm very sad.
Oh, but, sweetie, don't you make me cry?
I don't mean to, but like, and it wasn't the right forum to bring that up. So, and then I thought, oh God, I'm crying, like, because when you said I'm very worried about him, like a wave of emotion went through me, and then I realised, oh shit, I'm losing control here.
And the walls went back up.
Yeah, and then so I had to make up that something was wrong. So like as a joke, but
it was nothing. Real emotion.
It was emotion. That's why you didn't know what was going on. But like like you look at me and you think, you know, well you're a fat bastard, and you know, you should be sad, or you've got everything. No. Why would you want to be? But there is a great sadness in me that I just carry around every day.
Well, so that's where that came from. I understand that. And I know you haven't been having a great time lately.
No,
and
not for a long time.
Yeah. And a lot of people go, why is Carl not in today? And yeah, so I understand what you're going through. I do. Yeah. I really feel for you.
Sometimes just I'm in a good mood. Like I'm not pretending to be in a good mood, but I do have these huge ups and huge sort of... And I'm mainly up. Like every day I walk in here, I'm happy. I'm not pretending.
You're great.
Yeah, I feel fine, and then I can feel fine throughout the rest of the day. But I've just had a lot of you know. I just feel let down by a lot of people, a lot. So none of you guys. Well, Adam, sometimes you when you, you know, like this morning with the headphones and stuff. But don't worry, you're not to blame totally for everything. But you know, everyone has.
But yeah, so I mean, like,
and see, the
so that's I guess it's like a coping mechanism, and hearing that, I can understand because he brought himself to that. It was like an automatic response, and he's probably thinking like, all right, I don't want to start choking up. The best thing I can do is tell a joke. Maybe not the best, you know, joke to come up with, but. But, you know...
Like, I completely understand, but the problem is, the fact that he made that joke is the fact that I thought he was going to pull another joke. Yeah, when he was saying that. Like, when he was saying there's a great sadness inside, I had a feeling he was going to be like, no, I'm just kidding, or something like that. You know what I mean? That's because of that joke. But, you know, if that's true, which I'm assuming is pretty true.
But at least you could be honest,
But,
but I feel like...
for
Do
him.
you think it would have been easier? Maybe it would have been harder, but if he had maybe just said that
Not
when he was
made
on
the
the program, like if he had just said, yeah, well, I am hurting inside. I'm not, have my upset. Like you said here, it was fine. But
well, he instead of making the joke, he could have like been crying and he could have been like, oh, well, sorry, I've just been like a bit upset recently or something.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
You could have played it off as in like he was like feeling emotional about, talking about what he spoke about, in the thing like with her or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But the joke was, I don't know. It was funny, but it made me also think he was going to say he's just kidding when he said that.
Okay, you were thinking that, yeah, okay.
Because I was like, oh shit. I'm like, is he joking? But then I was like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? That's literally what I was talking about before.
Well, see, I feel like because being on television and that, and being 60 Minutes, like how seriously can I take this show? Like I'll try anything to like it's kind of the rule with with current affair and anything that's on the news. You can really, because they'll try and really really
and
label it as something that's really serious and really bad. Like Lewis Spears, he's been on the news that many times, and it's been just fucking around, just having a joke. They made him out to be like the world's worst cyberbully. Even had his girlfriend pretend to be one of his victims.
Yeah. But but the news people do take it out of context a lot. I was actually on a current affair once.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I killed someone. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I didn't actually.
So now, Joel, when you're actually on a current affair because you've been murdered or something, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, sure he was. Oh yeah. Fuck.
No.
Joel hasn't shown up today. He must have actually died. Current affair wasn't lying.
Yeah, no. But I was on a current affair, not because of me, but it was because of something else. I was a kid, maybe about 9.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I just came out of the movies with my nan.
Yeah.
And this current affair dude, he came up to me and he goes, "Oh, what do you think about the sign?" And I'm like, "Sign?" And I'm a little kid. I'm like, "Sign? What sign?" And he goes, "That sign." And he points it, and there's this big sign. It has a dog, and it has dog toy balls, like little balls that dogs play with.
Yeah.
And it goes, "Stand out like dog balls," on the sign. I thought it was funny, so I started laughing, and then I go, "Oh, that's really funny."
Yeah.
And I started cracking up laughing. I go, "That's really funny," but I can see how it can be like people can take it the wrong way, and it can be disgusting and hurtful for people. Now, that's what I said, right? I laughed at it. I thought it was funny. When I saw it on the news, they fucking cut it down to me just saying, "I think it's disgusting and it's hurtful."
Oh, really?
Or some shit like that. They cut it down to me just saying, "I think it's really disgusting and hurtful." And I was like, "What?"
But they got.
I didn't say.
Yeah.
They took it out of context. They took what I said out of context. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think it's really disgusting and it shouldn't be like that. That's not what I said. They really chopped it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? It made me really second guess what the news is like.
It's amazing what editing and that can do when you're trying to send a message.
And it seems so seamless.
Yeah.
When I said it like that, I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, but I laughed at it and I said, "That's hilarious. That's really funny." I'm a fucking 9-year-old looking at a sign that says "Stand out like dog balls."
Disgusting.
It's a really funny.
Exactly, a dumb
pun.
9-year-old kid saying,
and he's sitting there going, "No." He's fucking dopey head going, "Yeah, it is," and it's like cuts out me saying, "Well, that's really disgusting and it shouldn't be up there." And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I didn't say that, but I was on the news.
So what did you say?
I said it was really funny and I think it's hilarious, and I can see how some people might find it disgusting.
Ah, okay, yeah, that bit.
Yeah,
okay.
So they chopped that to me saying it's disgusting.
That's disgusting. Yeah.
And a little boy saying that, people go,
"Oh,
little boy says that."
Think of the children,
children. And then I remember after I did that quick interview, all these old ladies are like, "Oh my god, the current affair guy," and he's like, "Chill out, guys," and they're like, "Oh my god, can we do it?" And he goes, "All right." And does that, and he goes, "Don't listen to the boy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not going to get on the news. He's too young." And then I got on the news, and they didn't. So fucking suck that, you fucking idiots,
Karen. The Karens.
But it was funny.
Around.
It was funny though, because they were like bad mouthing me.
Yeah, right.
Like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be interviewed. I don't give a shit if I'm on the news or not.
And you got the words were taken out of context.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
But
because once you realise how that's the way the media works, then you really start to
you second guess shit, because then you're like, did they say that? Because they really do take it out of context.
Well,
like the fact that it made me completely the other side of what my argument was.
Yeah.
I was 9. You know,
yeah,
it's
not
like
a 9-year-old having his words taken out of context.
and a 9-year-old thinking that that's disgusting, bruh.
Yeah.
Why? You'd laugh at it like I did because it's funny. It's a pun. It's got a dog and it's got balls down there. It says stand out like dog balls.
Yeah.
It was funny, but the news do what the news do, man, and
That's
it's
it,
just
man.
how it be. But it just makes you think. How's your Woodstock?
Going?
You like
It's
it?
gone.
No, no.
Oh,
I'm just saying, how was it?
Yeah, it was good. No, I think chilled is definitely
The way to go.
The way to go. Yeah, I think from this point on, I'm sticking those woodies in that.
Get some cold woodies, mate.
Some cold, some ice
Get some
cold,
cold,
chili baby woodies.
get some cold woodies in ya. Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Dude, fucking Johnny Depp, mate. Just staring at me.
Just staring at you.
I've got to watch that movie again, Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing.
Fucking
Las Vegas, yeah.
good film.
Yeah, classic.
Good fucking film.
Good, yeah, and we got plenty of the propaganda around. Well, Hunter S. Thompson.
Buy the ticket, take the ride.
Never turn your back on fear. It should always be in front of you, like a thing that might have to be killed.
And the classic, you know, honey, I'm getting a divorce. No, I'm just kidding.
What part was that?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. The extended version.
The extended version.
Yeah, fair enough.
What was that shit about Hunter S getting his, like, fucking beaten up by Hell's Angels? Some shit?
Oh!
Like, because I was watching an interview recently with Hunter S, and he was talking about, like, he went into some bikey place, and he said, they're having a fight or some shit.
Was this the interview from the 60s, and that guy from the Hells Angels actually shows up? Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, see, I got the book because I'm really interested. Yeah, so for like he spent time with the Hells Angels, with this chapter, kind of studying them and that, and writing his Gonzo thing together. And just before he releases a book, because there was an altercation. Where there was that where he's hanging out with them at one of their houses, and then there's that bikie who's saying like, I was beating up my wife one day, and then a dog bit me on the ass, so then I beat the dog up. And then he goes straight with the bikie and goes, only a punk would beat his wife and then beat his dog. And then suddenly they all thought, fuck this guy,
beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then after that, then they wondered why he didn't want to have anything to do with them after that,
Yeah.
And what was weird was in that interview, when he says that, all these people in the audience are laughing about it.
Yeah.
Like they think it's like the funniest thing. I'm thinking,
but it's not funny.
What?
It's
like it was a domestic violence thing, and he was commenting on it. Thinking, what? And then they're all just thinking, oh, it was funny. Oh, then he got beat. Ah.
Yeah.
What?
But he is right.
Only
a punk would beat their wife.
A real piece of shit,
Yeah, a real absolute piece of shit would hit, a woman
and then beat up the dog, Because that was what because that's right. Because then one of them said, hey man, beat up your wife, but don't have the dog. And then he's like, Jesus Christ, don't have either of them, you fucking idiots.
What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you
What's
mean?
the difference?
Yeah.
And
I think he said something about in that interview. He's like, "Oh, the Hells Angels have got some sort of like rule that like if one of the Hells Angels are in a fight, the others just have to join in.
Yeah, that's right.
They just have to join in.
Whether
so when he was getting the shit,
real, they all joined in. Yeah.
So if he was getting the shit kicked out of him, everyone else came in and just fucking started,
that's fucked.
caving him in. What was the thing? Like one of them had like a rock or something that was gonna like fucking smash on his head.
Fuck.
I think it was like something like that. And he was like trying to move
it away. The worst part about that one was it was a Hell's Angel who wasn't even from that fucking chapter who was there trying to speak on behalf. Like, get the cunt who actually, the ones who actually did it. But he's like, I got to represent the Hell's Angels, and he's like, you weren't even fucking there, dude.
Yeah, it's just fucking dumb.
Oh man,
I feel bad. Imagine how scary that would be though. You said something and they'll go.
Yeah, and they think,
and you go, oh shit, and they all
I'm
kick
getting
the
dropped.
shit out of you. You'd think you're gonna die in that situation, everyone's fucking kicking the shit out of you.
Yeah, exactly, man. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Scary, man.
Yeah.
But, Hunter S, man, he's a fucking interesting character.
Yeah, interesting dude.
Dropping all them drugs and going to Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's it, man. Have you read the book?
No.
Really good read. I can give it to you if you want. Yeah. Really, it's one of those books that's just, it's so fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it's rare that you read a book where it's just, it's like it's set up as a, So you know how they go to Las Vegas for this specific task,
Yeah.
but they're on drugs the entire time and everything. But the way it's written, it's just so fucking funny, and it's very similar to the script of the film.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, really, really good, really worth a read. But yeah. Anyway, Joel, it is time for this.
Ooh.
Brandon's Sea Monkey Update.
All right, I've got
All right.
the sea monkeys here.
He got them sea monkeys.
Got them right here. They're not doing too bad. They're kind of looking a little bit hungry, so it must be feeding time, honey.
And it looks like they're in what's it? World War One?
I think that's a Civil War actually.
Okay. Where are they?
Are they dead already?
I don't see any.
Yeah. See at the top there? There's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah. Some of them are just
Some of them
little
might have
dots.
died.
They just
Yeah,
look like-
some of them are still babies, so yeah. So I'm getting with the food, the growth food.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
Steroids.
Yeah, basically. So just take the lid off there. So most of that's gone. Might need to give them a little more oxygen later. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I get this out, and it's just, see the size of that?
Yeah.
That little spoon. It's so tiny. It's really small. So just get a little bit of that. And then just whack that at the top.
Ooh. Don't suffocate them. Careful.
And then that all kind of drops in, and then there, that's good for a week.
Wow.
You know. And that's the segment.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the sea monkeys.
That's the sea monkey segment. They're doing well. They're still alive, we think. Yep, they're during the Civil War right now. Now,
classic.
Now, Joel, I found something interesting today.
Yeah.
About walruses. They can whistle.
And the Eggman. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm the walrus.
Yeah, the walruses and stuff. They can whistle.
They can whistle.
I think I. Oh no, I didn't know that. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought I knew that.
Check this out. How beautiful is that?
Wow.
And weird at the same time.
It's really weird watching it do that.
And then that one sounds like a fucking steam train.
It's really good with its notes though.
Yeah,
It's like
I know,
it's
right?
got perfect pitch or some
Like
shit.
I was thinking, I played to my dad, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I think the guy behind the camera is doing." I'm thinking, how many people can sound like a fucking steam train? You know, unless they got their beer and doing something like that. But I don't. That's pretty impressive. So
it's very weird to watch it do that, but it's probably something to do with like maybe not mating whistles or anything, but probably something to do with that. You know, like communications or like guys come together.
So if you're ever out in the ocean, guys, and you hear those beautiful whistles, just know that's the walruses talking. You know.
Yeah. They're
But,
all whispering to each other.
Yeah, and with that, I reckon we'll probably end it there.
Yeah.
The investigation for this we're going to get to the bottom of this, so we're still very much focusing on that. I don't know what much else to say. That's been
Thirsties
episode.
Yeah. Episode 22,
Episode
guys.
22. Skirt.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys.
Yeah, and find us on Instagram and everything else. But if you're already doing so, good on you. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and we'll see you Tuesday, guys.
See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.